Yo, what's good everybody, Selectorch here today, and today we're back with yet another video. We're going to be talking about the Hive origin. Now, Agamotto actually dropped the video not too long ago about everything that's pretty much being added. It was a dev interview with Fino. Some of you guys definitely know who is. Shout out to the Flame Mantras. But yeah, Fino went over a lot of things such as the Hive origin, a possible boss for the Hive origin. He talked about Life Weave, which isn't going to come with the Hive origin, so do not expect that at all. The Hive origin obviously has to do something with the Hive. We know that it's gonna have a boss. We know that it's gonna be something that PvE players will probably like, people who don't like to void walk. So if you're a void walker who likes the PvP or likes the PvP interactions, you probably won't like Hive origin as much. It's probably still a place for people that do want to do that though within the Hive, but who knows.
I'm seriously trying to work on an origin, probably get one out. I don't know. The only hard part about the origin is the fact that it's going to completely change how you progress.
It could be interesting to see. Maybe Void Walker is the opposite of the Hive origin. So maybe it's kind of like Dark Souls where you have reds and blues. The Hive is more like a blue group where you can actually stop people void walking. That could be a possible way that it's working. Other than that, it probably is something entirely PvE, but it'd be cool to have like a kind of like blue group who gets summoned every time someone's void walking. Like someone void walks and they get like a call to like join the void walk, but to go against the void walker. Another possible direction for the Hive origin that could be super cool, which I'm not sure if they took this into account, but maybe you're actually tasked to protect the Hive. So intruders or people that go to the Hive to like either farm loot, level up, or do anything of that sort, maybe you're actually able to like defend the Hive by doing certain tasks. So such as maybe castaways or travelers, pathfinders, adventurers are just traveling to the Hive, and your goal is to pretty much keep them out of the Hive, right? So this kind of also works in line with the Hive kind of not being racist, because then any player can help the Hive pretty much. So you wouldn't have to be a descendant of the Hive to actually help out the area. So that could be a possible way they take the Hive origin, something similar to like Dark Souls 3 with Farron's Keep, joining the Abyss Watchers and protecting Farron's Keep since it's their area, it's their territory. Something like that could be sick as hell. But yeah, that is one way they can take it.
Would you drop like new boss drops for a new console with that too?
I would have to have like the stuff for it, so I won't like promise it, but I definitely would have a reward. I mean,
one thing I do hope they try to explore within the Hive is the technological advances that have been made within the Hive. There's not that many tech-based Hive weapons. The only thing we really see is Hive Golems and the Hive Lord's Hubris, which is literally just the Hive Lord's arm. Those are pretty much it. I would like to see some gear or even weapons, maybe even relics related to the Hive that work with Life Weave. Just something to show us that those items do exist within the universe. Something similar to how the Ignition Union does have the Railblade. On a side note, it'd be cool to have more Ignition Union weapons, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, please, Ignition Union probably is one of the coolest like origins or factions in this game. It's really nice since it's like a hybrid between like tech and like weapons. So yeah, Ignition Union. It'd be cool to see some Hive tech as well, because Hive tech is freaking cool. I would like to see a lot of Hive tech, like something that like kind of like shapeshifts, maybe like a weapon that shapeshifts constantly, something similar to the Ignition Deep Delver. Like my one friend's concept idea that he came up with like about a year ago for one of the Deepwoken art contests. I'm surprised he didn't win this, but yeah, I'll just give an example here. I'll just read over it, what he designed pretty much, because this weapon is honestly super cool. Construct's Heart, a legendary weapon harvested and held together by the spine of a Hive construct. Do you know how insane that is? A Hive construct? The spine of it? Like, that sounds cool as fuck. And its core is still pulsing with raw Life Weaver energy. Despite the lack of its former shell, it remains eager to destroy all who stand in its way of its true progress. A sentient weapon, like that sounds crazy, right? Like to have like a sentient Life Weave weapon that shapeshifts between like a spear and a hammer, like that sounds fucking sick as fuck. He's also actually made 2 moves for the weapon's critical, 2 special crits that this weapon could have. So with the hammer variation, you pretty much use the Hive Construct's Sun Drop move, where it slams the ground and it plays the effects and stuff, the sound as well. So we all know what Sun Drop is. That move on the Hive Construct is deadly as hell. But yeah, after using the crit, it looks like the blunt end of the weapon just breaks completely and it reverts back into its spear form, where it's actually able to grab targets and pull them towards you, similar to the Grimorian long spear crit, where it grabs them and pulls them towards you, something similar to chain pull, except this like entangles the enemy with the wires and vines of the Hive construct spine. But yeah, I think the Construct's Heart is definitely one of the more thought out weapon ideas that I've seen in Deepwoken, and it's been an entire year. I've seen some other weapons as well that seem pretty cool, but a lot of them just kind of seem like spam or idea spam, where you have like, oh, this is a rapier but it's ice, or this is a katana but it's fire. You know what I mean, like those cookie cutter boring ideas where it's just like an elemental weapon and then something added onto it. Kind of like the Hero Blade Oath. I'm sorry, but the Hero Blade Oath is honestly very cheese. It just reminds me of Power Rangers too much. It's cliche as hell, and yeah, very simple idea that anyone can really come up with.
Fucking love adding stuff for the Hive or doing stuff for the Hive, but like I never see anybody do many like bug race concepts.
So here, Agamatsu pretty much just asked Fino if there would be any bug race concepts or any bug races in general to be added to the Hive. He didn't outright say no, but it could be possible for him to add new bug races in the future. But this also gives me hope for the Construct Heart to actually be added to the game.
Crazy items, I mean, the first thing I want to add if it was a crazy item, like be a legendary weapon, because the Hive doesn't have any legendary weapons.
It'd be sick to get this Construct legendary weapon. Fino, if you do end up watching this video, I suggest maybe you just talk to me in DMs, DM me. I'll hook you up with my friend, you know, we can work something out and, you know, get that weapon in the game, you feel me? Get that weapon in the game, the Construct's Heart. Like, that could be something sick to do, bro. Like, definitely a legendary Hive weapon would be something cool to do. And it's kind of a shame too, because like this was one of the art pieces for the one art contest, and it kind of just got flooded out by Ramble, bro. Like it really did just get flooded out by Ramble. Like I would have preferred this over Light's Final Toll. Yeah, like imagine this would have won instead of Light's Final Toll, man. Like that would have been great. Yeah, we pretty much went over everything that was talked about in the interview that was important to the Hive. It would be nice to have that Hive origin, possibly a Hive oath, and most importantly, the Hive legendary weapon. That one I'm more excited for because obviously my friend made a Hive legendary weapon literally a year ago, and it could literally just be added now. And since Fino is actually very interested in adding a legendary weapon for the Hive, I definitely could see this one happening. I just need y'all guys' support. Show him about this video so we can get this Hive Lord weapon into the game.